Oh, we're live.
We're live?
We're live. We had to hit the button because people were complaining they weren't getting their money's worth.
And how many of them paid for tickets?
Listen, that's the secret. That's the secret file. We can't release that.
Can you tell me how many of these people paid for tickets? They only pay to harass me.
Now, Steve,
All right, so
there's no music. Steve's walking the dog. He
no,
brought
instead of music, we're gonna play the sounds of Frank's house right now. You can't hear it. It's not loud enough.
that Riders the Storm.
Yeah. Frank's got the thunder, the lightning.
You're going to hear it shortly because it's coming. I thought it was almost done, but it's actually just getting here.
So I'm about to start the show. We're about to start the show. My dog is going nuts. He's got to go out. So I had to jump up. And, of course, the dog made me get watermelon.
Oh man, I bought a watermelon too tonight.
Dude, if watermelon ain't my favorite.
You know what? My dogs used to love it too. Now maybe not so much.
So
Must be the
Frank,
Jersey watermelon they like.
When you hitchhiked across the country, were you the rider on the storm?
I was the rider. I was the storm. I'm not the rider. I am the storm.
So, the Task America, Monday night, here I am. And what's your name again? And some other guy on the show.
I'm just one of the beautiful people.
Isn't that a Marilyn Manson song?
It could be.
The Beautiful People.
I'll be even more beautiful when I trim this fuzz off my head.
So, I've been out detecting. What have you been doing? Oh, nothing. You sit around and do nothing. And you know what? I go detecting. You sit around and do nothing, and guess what? We both have the same amount of fun.
I find the exact same thing as you. It has been a very, 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 very hectic couple of weeks here. Extremely. My blood pressure has been very, very high. It's been
on your own accord.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm bringing it down with Pepsi.
Don't make me get into it. I gotta tell you something.
Go ahead.
I'll talk about our metal detecting adventures. This involves the guys from Lehigh Valley Treasure Hunting Club. Okay. So I got a message from Mike Burns. I'm going to throw names. I'm going to throw them under the bus. I don't care. You know me. No punches held. Tell it how it is. So Mike Burns is a great guy. And he says, hey, we want to go detecting. They want to try the beach. So I said, all right, look. We'll set a day. So we scheduled, what was it, last Saturday? Not Saturday, but a week ago.
Yeah.
We scheduled, we're going to meet on the beach. And it's no hidden secret where we are. Everyone knows. I had it all planned. I had Lehigh Valley, Elaine and Rich, and Ron and our friend Lou Esposito, great guy. We all hit, and now so he brought 4 or 5 people. So we were scheduled to be there at 8. They got out there a little earlier, so that when I walked out on the beach, one of them already found a big gold ring. Now, the one thing I'm kind of stopping doing these days is, and I want to get into talking about this, and probably it's a good topic. So I'm not going to say who it was, and it's posted on their page if you haven't seen it. But it was a big 14 karat gold ring of the Indian head with a headdress.
Oh yeah.
Chief with, and 99% of them you find on the beach are fake.
Yeah, they're brass.
Yeah, not this guy. There was no brass in this one because it was 14 karat gold. Beautiful.
And they're very, very tacky. So who buys one in 14K?
Yeah, right. So
That's like the gigantic lion's head. Who the hell buys him at 14K?
So now I'm like, these guys are coming to my beach and giving me a detecting lesson. You know what I mean? And so real quick, I want to interrupt and say, Janine Ballard, JBP, best wishes for your husband, and we hope he gets better soon.
Janine, I only sent you the word blitz last night because I saw that you were around, and I figured if you were, you're probably awake, so you might as well play me. And thanks for beating me because you took me out of like 7,600.
So now another one of their group found a small gold ring.
Harold Marchand, how you doing, buddy? Haven't seen you.
One of their group now finds a small gold ring on a beach. I'm like, son of a bitch, what's this all about? And me, you know what? I go out there. First target was a fake wedding band, stainless steel, whatever. And then I found another beat up ring or something after that. Yeah, a fake ring. But then, days going on, we're hunting. Everyone's having a good time, finding stuff. And me and Ronnie were walking side by side on the beach. You know how we do it. You and I do it.
Mm-hmm.
Ronnie's up on the high side. Now, granted, everybody was in front of us. We caught up to all the Lehigh group. There was a couple people that weren't with us that went over this. Ronnie goes, here you go. You want to see the fake shit you find in Atlantic City? This is exactly how he said it. And he hands me this ring. I go, Ron, it says it's 14K. He's like, huh? He got a 14-carat engagement ring.
Nice.
And during the week, he found out it was 1 carat, one way or the other, a little more or a little less. I'm like, oh yeah, well, I'm done inviting him. Every time I invite him, he finds something. So, but we had a great day, and then, like I said, Lane and Rich came down, and then after we were done hunting, we all went up into like Caesars or something, had a sandwich. We were all sitting around shooting the shit. So, you know what? So Saturday comes along. I get a text from Mike Burns. Yeah, we want to come back to Atlantic City. We're coming to Atlantic City next week. So we're going to schedule another big hunt. And I got a feeling you're going to see this big motor coach bus pull in and about 900 Lehigh guys.
Why you're not taking them down to my honey hole?
Yeah, you know what? No, this is a better spot,
Well, listen, a day on that beach with a couple of gold rings is a rarity.
Yeah.
Usually it's about 1,500 junkers.
So the beaches, and well, besides they're having the air show Wednesday, so.
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah. So I'll tell you, I went there yesterday. I had the day off. Sunday we were home, and I said to my wife, I'm going to go detecting. She said she don't care. So I get out there, and I kind of went to it's nothing down there. You think you're going out of the way, but guess what? There's detectorists everywhere. The beaches in New Jersey have been, I'm being told, not AC, but another spot guy says, there's 7 detectorists out there every day. And this stuff is not even hitting us. I mean, it's not even hitting us.
First of all, they're probably half of them are from the newbie site, so you're really not going to worry about them finding anything because the advice they're getting on the newbie sites is horrible.
A blind squirrel finds a nut every once in a while.
Every now and then you fall over one.
So
that's like the 14K I threw to you. Told you it was crap.
Yeah.
How do you look at it?
I posted my finds from yesterday, so it wasn't I don't seem to be finding as much as other people, but I had a good day. But I did find this wedding band.
It is a beautiful tungsten ring, man. It really is. Nice.
It's tungsten carbide, but the thing about this is, which is rare, is it's brand new. It's brand new. There's not a mark on it, and so honestly, I was thinking, man, this is really beautiful. It's a size 12 and a half. Maybe it's a little rare. Maybe it's a little better than some of the other rings. I said, maybe I'm gonna put it. I'm gonna try and sell it because maybe I can sell this one. So today I go eBay and type in. All I typed in was tungsten carbide ring, and son of a bitch, if this same ring don't pop up for $20. So I'm going to keep it and wear it. But
listen, all the tungsten rings you find, you probably make a couple $100. You sell them all.
But how is it? How is it these stores sell them they get them sold for $400?
You know what? Because the boutique crap, the name there's certain names that are becoming popular, and they're capitalizing off the name. You can probably go buy a Tiffany tungsten ring now. It's probably going to cost you $200.
I don't even know about the name brand. They sell them. People are like, yeah, I paid $200. I paid $400. You talk to a guy at his wedding and they're wearing one of these, and you go, how much you pay for that? And they're like, yeah, $400.
I've been trying to convince people for years that aluminum pull tabs are worth a lot of money, but nobody seems to be buying it.
Well, you put them in a jewelry store, you'll get thousands.
So I guess I'm going to make a little bit of an announcement tonight.
You want to do your little announcement?
Yeah, might as well get it done with. Especially since there's only 14 people here tonight. The people don't come to the show when it's light out at 9:00. Anyway, it's been a very hectic couple of weeks, guys. I'm limited to what I can say. There will be a big announcement, but I will say this. Over the past few months, I have been working with people at Notka Metal Detectors.
Is that who it was?
That I came up with the Aquatech headphones 5 years ago. I have been working with Notka. We have designed a new headphone that Notka will be producing and putting on their machines. So I'm very, very happy that we brought this to an end. My signature's on the paper, and the guys over there that I've been talking to, great guys, and they're excited about it. And listen, Notka's going to have the best headphones on the market. And that's about it. Just so you know, Aquatech is, I've been saying for a while, Aquatech's going away. There are no more new Aquatechs. And in the light of that, we've come up with a new headphone with Notka.
I'm kind of glad, because those things sucked anyway.
But that is my half of my headaches are out the door. They're gone. But I'm excited. I'm excited to see how they sound. I can't wait. It's going to be a good thing.
I can talk about this. Maybe a little more than you can or whatever. But this whole idea was mine, number one. Because I come out like 10 years ago, I said, you know what? We need to make some, because you were doing the Ugly Boxes. I said, we need to make some waterproof headphones. Now, you had mentioned it. You were talking about it. I said, let's make some for our, let's make them up.
Robert Dix says, so glad it's Notka. You know what? As cutting edge as they've been, as much as pushing the envelope as Notka has been with their new detectors and the new ones that are coming out, now you know what, it couldn't be a better company to do it with.
So, like I'm trying to say here is, you really did. You built these things from the bottom up, and I know, for God's sakes, you gave me like probably the first pair you ever made, and then every other week you're like, no, take these are better. Take these are better. Take these are better. Give those to that person.
And that's how what. And I'm gonna say this. It's kind of like karma, because when Notka, I was lucky enough to be. I actually had the first Simplex in the United States. I had it before the dealers, and I had it before only because for some reason the delivery company was quicker to my house. But the whole concept of making new headphones that were louder and more efficient was around the Notka Simplex. That was my test field. I liked that machine. I didn't like the sound I was getting out of it, and we kind of designed it around that. And so I'm very happy that I went in cahoots with Notka and they're producing a new headphone.
Has anyone ever strangled a dog live on this show?
I tried to do 3 and 9 on a dog live, but
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you was unsuccessful. I'm about ready to kill this dog.
it's kind of like strangling, just the opposite end.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you were strangling the opposite end. But I think it's a good thing. I mean, you do have enough on your plate of make because you never wanted to let anyone else make the stuff. So that's I love how you try and get me to go. You should build ugly boxes. Like that's the last thing in this world.
Now, I would fly up there to give you a training session if you would start building.
Please, that got to be the most boringest shit.
Bill, you could build components that would make it easier for me.
Give me a career because I can't just sit there all day and just twiddle like that. I'm not like. Give me a job eating pizza.
Yeah, there you go. Well, as soon as I find a component that requires pizza eating, I'll
I'm there. We could make it. So no, that's a good thing. And these things are going to be mass produced. And I think they made a good choice of headphones because the fun. I'm telling you, I have said this over and over, and I don't want to hear any no other bullshit than what I'm talking about right now. Is I was supposed to be the test dummy for these Aquatex, and I said, look, I'm going to take these things and I'm going to treat them like everything else in the world. Now, granted, I don't throw them under the wheels of cars. I don't feed them to my dogs, but I am not shy with those things. Okay. And how many have I turned for a return?
Exactly.
Have I ever told you there's any, because the one thing, the first thing I complained about, I said, the first thing ever about these headphones you were making, I said, you got to make the connector infallible. I said, I'm sick and tired of spending money on headphones and you're walking along and it's the connector. The wire in the connector screwed and you've lost your connection. It shorts out and it makes your experience the worst. And that was the one thing. And I have not heard of anybody having a connector short, or maybe one or two out of all of these, like the smallest incident. But for me,
anything made by man can fail. There's no doubt about it.
But either way, for me, I have yet to have, and I got a Nokia Legend right here. I got a Equinox. My Deus has them, and my CTX has them, and none of them have had a single problem.
Yep.
That's all I got to say. That's all I got to say about that subject. We don't need to add anything.
And like I said, and the input from Notka, these are a brand new set of headphones, and they are under the Notka name, guys. So the new Notka metal detecting underwater headphones is a compilation of between my input to Notka and Notka coming up with a new headphone.
So we shall see how this goes. And they're coming out with new machines, we think, right?
They've got a new PI machine coming out, and I'm gonna get Dilek on the show in the very near future. All this has to come to fruition because they're running around with.
You know what? When she comes on the show, dude. When she comes on the show, you're in trouble.
Yeah.
Because I am going
to. Machine, and I heard rumor there was another one. I don't know for sure, but I heard rumor there was another one.
I am going to run you through the mud of how you beat that poor lady up so bad. You're nuts. You know what? You really are nuts. And I've tried to be helpful in this situation. And
people ask if I'm coming up with something new. I'm actually working on something. It's not headphones, but it's interesting. I'm working on it with somebody else. Somebody else gave me the idea. I'm trying to put all the pieces together. And it's specifically for underwater detecting. It's for detecting where you may not be able to see your coil very well. If everything works out the way it is, it's pretty cool piece we're trying to put together now.
Yeah, the only time I'm going underwater is if I'm drowning. So
it's not just not to say it's for underwater, but it's for poor visibility, and it's not just a flashlight where you turn it on. This is something that's going to sync up with the control box, something that's going to sync up with the target, right. I think.
Yeah, I think it's great. I think you probably even mentioned it. What do you care? So
I got to do something. Can't just sit here and build ugly boxes.
So all right, I got to get back to beach detecting. I had a lot of things to say, and it's just so funny. like I said, the first thing, like I said, I've been seeing people losing a lot of stuff. You know, you watch the web pages. This has been lost. That's been lost, and the ring finders ain't finding them all. So I think I think Jersey beaches are pretty stacked. I'm hoping I have a good year. I really am.
Yeah, but you know what? You don't go from one season to the next, and all of a sudden there's a million detectors, and they're all seasoned experts. You know, there's a lot of newbies out there learning the ropes and learning it with bad.
No, it's up there. So yeah, well, it's not just. It's just I'm telling you the volume of people. I mean, like I said, that the one beach is hit by like 15 people an hour almost. You go down there and there's always someone there. And I don't really care. Listen, I'm telling you, from what I've seen I found this ring in a spot where a guy was just at before me. What else did I find? He was gridding out the area, and I went behind him and found a silver earring and a bracelet and some coins.
But listen, when you go onto one of these websites and somebody says, "I'm hearing a little static on the beach," and the response from the experts on the page are, "You need a new coil."
Oh,
I'm not too worried about the 10,000 newbies that are out there digging.
That's the other thing I was going to say, man. You know what? This Deus update has changed my machine. It's not as quiet as it used to be. It's changed the numbers completely. A 96 or 97 on my Deus was always a quarter. Now 93. Whatever
the other thing is that these companies want to come out with this higher sensitivity, and then you go out and the first thing you do is you have to lower it down anyway. I don't understand.
Maybe that has attributed. Well, it erased all my settings. Okay, when you upgrade, when you download an update on the Deus, you lose all your programs. So I don't have the same program that I had in there.
Right.
No, I didn't write it down. I just, you know what I mean? So it's chatty. It's not holding the steady VDI as it was in the past. And like I said, all my numbers are different. All mine, I think, so this ring was an 85. That's the same number a penny comes up.
Yeah, right.
And
now, is the penny coming up the same way?
Penny's coming up way different too. They're coming in 84, anywhere from 84. I dug a penny at 65. I mean, it's just crazy what it's done to my machine.
Don, those numbing creams don't work. Trust me.
And I've what was I gonna say? I forget. You just lost me by doing it. But
Don's talking about
desensitization. Oh, I see. Oh, yeah, I see it now. So that's the one thing. My machine. Oh, I'm digging up a lot of iffy signals. I dug up. And that's the way it is with the Deus. A solid bracelet, a band type bracelet. And it was open real wide, and that came in scratchy. But that's normal for that. And then another fake chain bracelet that came in scratchy. But I'm finding myself having to chase some of these really faint signals I'm getting. And maybe it's a deep quarter or something. But
here's my theory: if it ain't broke, don't fix it for the sake of fixing it.
But you were there when I asked Andy if I should update, and he said yeah, and I took his advice.
Yeah, no, well, listen, and overall it might be a better machine, but you may have to relearn. But
yeah,
to add something that nobody's complaining about,
I need to get a good beach program is what I need to do. I went through it myself again and tried to set it up kind of like I did last time, and I'm not too sure I did as well as I did when I first set it up. But yeah, I'm out there. I'm swinging. I got to get out and swing. I don't know what the rest of the summer is going to be like for me. Last year, I only found one gold ring. So I'm hoping maybe this year's going to be a little better. Who knows? Guy said he found a big Cuban 10-carat Cuban on the beach there. He told me about it yesterday. He said about a week or so ago he found a
Really?
big Cuban in there. Yeah, it's there. It can be found. Just because someone's hunting the beach, don't mean it's all been found.
Yeah.
You know.
The guys who go out there who are experienced, who have a little bit of time under their belt, you're always going to do better, guys. You're always going to do better.
Yeah, it doesn't.
He's right. Even a blind squirrel gets a nut once in a while, but
I think
overall, the guys that have been there and know the machine and know the terrain.
And that's the other thing, dude. I was out in the water, dude. I didn't get a single signal. I'm out there up to my waist, right behind where everybody's at. Because I was out there at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, so the beach was crowded, and the water was crowded. The water was very warm, and so me, I like to go out in the water and fight the waves a little bit. Dude, not one signal out there. I don't get it. The coins are low. Oh, I found a credit card.
There you go.
Yeah, I think I should have been able. See, I think if I find that, I should be able to put a lot of money on it, like a ring, a couple hundred. But yeah, I went out in the water, and I mean, I wasn't just at one spot. Like almost every one of these spots I'd go to, I did. I went out in the water, and nothing, not a single target.
It's a little bit of a different world we're in too these days too.
Yeah, but you know what?
It's nice to find pieces of gold. You're not going to be finding as many as we used to find. They're not wearing $3,000 an ounce stuff out to the beach. They're getting a little smarter.
It just seems like the Jersey beach finds are from here to here. Okay, and it's here is where the waves break onto the ground.
Yeah.
Right. But I think that's where the boogie boarders come in, and when they get off the boogie board, they lose their rings. And then from the waves on up the beach, I think we've got people sitting in the chairs. They all sit on their butts in the water where it's real low, and they lose them getting up and everything else.
Yeah, right.
And the football players, I think there's a lot of action going on between where the waves break, and the reason it goes up the slope is because the tide goes up and down. So when they're losing them here, that's because the tide's here. But as the tide comes in, they move up the beach, and therefore, that's why the rings are found up there. And we know they're losing stuff in the sand, but dude, you cannot walk that sand in 90 hazy, hot, and humid.
No.
And yet I see people doing it, but it ain't gonna be me. I go, Rich, you're up there. Oh, you up there? I said, Rich, you up there? You're gonna die, and I ain't coming to get you. So yesterday,
the humidity's been. I mean, it's hot down here. It's 90s, but the humidity has been unbearable.
Dude, yesterday I went on the beach, right? And I was very well hydrated. I had lunch because I got out there at like 1 o'clock. So I had lunch. I had a lot to drink. And I got on the beach. And I'll tell you what, 15, 20 minutes, I'm sweating.
Yeah.
And I might have stopped sweating. And I got really dizzy. I started to get overcome by the heat. So I went and I jumped in the water. And it was a little help. But I had to, it took a little while and going in and out of water a couple of times to start to cool down. And at the second half of my hunt, I felt better, and I worked my way back. But you got to be careful with this heat, man. I had recognized what was going on, and it didn't get.
Happy birthday, Scott.
And it didn't get too bad, but I was feeling the heat.
Scott, it's nice to be in our early 60s and not look as old as Steve, doesn't it?
You look like you hit every branch of the ugly
work
tree.
To look 32. It takes a lot of work to look young like that.
Are you older than me or younger? How old are you?
I'm 61.
Oh, so I'm 59. I haven't even hit 60 yet, bitch. You're an old coot.
Yeah, but it's all about how you look, and I look. Listen, couple $1,000, this goes away. Look how young I look.
Yeah, you look like Cher with your face like that. So, what else was it? There was other stuff. Oh, other stuff I wanted to talk. Oh shit! Talk about detecting.
Yeah, this humidity down here, dude. Like I was telling you before the show, we go walk the dog at night, and it's it could be 80, 82 degrees. and you still can't breathe because it's so. Now we got all this rain. If the sun comes out tomorrow and it's hot, we're going to die down here. It's going to be so humid. But I think we're supposed to have storms for a few days, so that'll cool the pool down because the pool is like jumping in my toilet after a piss.
I will tell you this about yesterday's hunt. So, you know me and how I'm not too easy to really get along with others. But, I was on the beach and the first guy I saw detecting, he wanted nothing to do. He walked out. I didn't get near him, but he didn't get close. He walks in the opposite direction. I'm like, yeah, whatever, dude. You know what I mean? But then the next guy I saw, we talked. He was a real nice guy. He said we had met before, and he's the guy that told me he found the chain. Real nice guy. He was doing a slow grid, dude. This guy was dedicated on that grid where I told you from A to B and back and forth. And he said he didn't find anything, but he was strict to the grid.
And that's how you don't miss anything for sure.
Well, I know, but I was kind of wandering and gridding, wander, grid. You just get around. I like to do different things. And then everybody, so I had two guys in one spot ask me if I could find their sunglasses. And I'm like, yeah, unfortunately, guys, it just don't work that way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then I spoke to a young lady, real nice young lady, came up and was asking me about metal detecting, and she wanted to learn. And so I invited her on to Detect America. I don't know if she took that invite. I told her I'd help her if she wanted to get a machine. And then she tells me she lives up on Long Island. I'm like, you got to be careful on those beaches, kiddo. Sure. I don't know. I've heard stories about hunting Long Island.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure it depends on where. I'm sure there's spots on Long Island that beach hunting is probably fantastic.
Yeah, no, I don't mean that. I mean, fantastic. But listen, I've been at Coney Island before, and I want to tell you something. It's not like the Coney Island you see from the old.
You carry on those beaches these days.
I don't even know if you carrying ain't doing you no good. It just seemed, honestly, it seemed like gang member boardwalk.
And not to mention some of the crap that they're digging up there too. Yeah.
I'm seeing gang tattoos. I just like people. I don't know if I really want to detect around. Actually, you know what?
You don't dig a hole and stick your hand in blindly either up there.
Atlantic City is honestly one of the best beaches to metal detect with people on.
Because nobody
harasses you. I've had people at the beaches harass me, be a-holes, sick their kids on me, and everything else. For some reason, when you go to Atlantic City, there were a lot of talkative people yesterday, but they were some were interested. One guy wanted to throw his gold chain under my detector. I like it, just all all in good fun and not just being, smart asses. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
So who is Weigold's metal detecting?
I forget.
Why? Okay, so it says he found an iPhone and the lady was looking for it, so it was nice that he got it back to her.
That's good.
Yeah, there's been a lot of good returns I'm seeing.
Been a lot of returns.
Yeah. Well, I went out and looked for my friend. See, I posted I was looking for a ring the other day. So this person let me detect his property before and called me and said he lost his ring while cutting the lawn. So, you know what? I wanted to go down to the beach. That was Thursday. I was planning on going to the beach, but you know what? When somebody who's nice to you like that, you got to try and return the favor.
Yeah, for sure.
And I went out there Friday for a couple hours, and the story was he was using his riding mower, and he had his kid on his lap at certain times, and he's driving around with his kid. And the weird thing was, he said his wife took his picture, and he had his ring on. So that proves that he had his ring on and he could have lost it out there, and his yard is probably about an acre. Acre and a half. So I concentrated around the house and where he thought. He said, he goes, my kid was on my lap as I was driving a mower, and we were around the tree in the front of the house, and I gave it a good probably 2 hours before I was done. The humidity got me, but I want to go back and try and.
I found the phone yesterday too, but it was mine.
It was yours, and it was still in the you left it in the bathroom.
It fell down the side of my recliner.
Wait a minute. I'm the guy who bought I forget who bought my CTX 3030 coil. I packed that up and sent that out. So I don't remember. I don't know. Like I said, the difference between Facebook is people use their names, and like if I don't know who they are and they have, like GA Matt. Well, we know that's Matt.
It's
one stud puppy. One stud puppy. I would have never known it was Don Went unless he told me. So oh, Rob Burnett. Okay. Oh, Rob.
Oh, okay. Now I know.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Rob. Like I said, the screen names and the it's tough for me to remember who is. Like with a name like Herbie Lee, I know who he is. You can't forget him.
Herbert Lee, man. They just did they're doing a remake of Baywatch, and they got a poster of Herb. He was out there sporting the beach the other day, man.
Who? Well, yeah. Were they in Texas?
Yeah, I think so.
But did you go down to like Galveston or something?
I don't know, wherever there's water in Texas.
It ain't much.
The Gulf Coast.
Yeah, it ain't much, but they do have some nice coast down there.
Well, they got a big coast down there, I think, along the Gulf.
Yeah, but compared to the rest of the state, I don't know.
That's your new name, Herb. We're going to call you D.A. Hasselhoff.
Remember there used to be, wasn't there a guy, Hoff, not Baumhoff.
Yeah.
Who was it? We called him the Hoff.
I think it was Baumhoff, wasn't it?
No, it wasn't Baumhoff. It was someone else. We called him the Hoff. I don't know. They might have been Hasselhoff or Dinglehoff. Who knows? Some funny shit going on. So, all right. So I want everybody to see all right. You may see this on the page, and I got a feeling people are gonna may want these. I'm just doing my final experiment. You know how I was making the cubes of black and white 3D photos for people? Well,
Herb said they're staying at Port Aransas, and he found a gold and silver cross pendant today. So that looks good in the dark. Oh, yeah.
Well, I know. You need it. I'm not done doing it.
Put it down lower, even up. There you go. Look at that.
So you can see I'm coming up with these color photos of prints, 3D prints. And when you put a light behind them, they come up really good and really bright. That's the only light I have. Let me see. I wonder if my phone light will work. So I'm going to be posting these. Now, these are a project and a half to do. Let me tell you. There you go. You can probably see a little better.
Yeah, they're cool.
And it does come in color, and so I just got it done today, and I'm going to have them in a frame. They're going to be in a frame. See, it's going to come in. It fits in the frame, and you can, it'll be lit. It's lit behind, but I still have one more. I gotta, what you gotta do to do this? To diffuse the light behind it, you got to get a sheet of white.
It's called a scrim.
No, the diffuser it's called.
It's called a scrim. Yeah, it's a scrim.
It's called a scrim too. Whatever. Look, see how nice that is? And that's not with no light behind it. This is the dog.
They look cool. I like them.
This is the dog I'm going to go upstairs and strangle. And he's always got to be the big attention hound. Oh, that was actually the wrong side. This is the back side too. So it's amazing how that looks nice like that. But yeah, anybody going to be interested, you're going to see these out there. You can hit me up.
I'm building ugly boxes.
Frank builds ugly boxes.
I just finished printing out a custom one for our girl Brielle.
Oh, you did? You glitched it up? Nice.
Yeah, I got to put it together tomorrow, ship it out. I had to do 2 prints on it because I didn't put my words in the right place and the bottom fell off.
Don't let her father be stealing that thing.
That's why I put her name on it.
Yeah, Brielle's only. Yeah, good. So I think she's even going back to the beach. I saw something, and she's got the brother in it now.
Yeah, he's digging for it.
That's what he just said. She's digging it. She's going detecting in California this week. So good.
Nice.
So great. You know, it's good. It's a good thing. My princess is doing good. She's still working at the aquarium.
That's good.
Now she's Now she's certified to talk about the hippopotamuses.
Nice.
Big resume builder there. But now she's having a ball. You know what? She gets up, goes to work every day. She's all set for school. She's got a job for when she goes to school. And did I tell you, she's taking her cat to college, one of her cats to college. Thank God.
She is?
Oh, yeah. Wait till you hear this one. She's got it registered as a support cat.
There you nothing. Listen, let me explain something to you. Both of my dogs are registered.
My
I had her register back when Ladybug was alive. They only allow you to have 2 dogs here.
Oh, there. Yeah, you were. Yeah.
But they can't stop you from having a support animal.
Do you walk them around in a clear backpack on your chest though?
Well, yeah. Well, since Ladybug died, I'm within the legal limits now. But when Ladybug was alive, I have a special little harness that's a support animal.
Oh my God! Yeah, it wasn't a harness; it was a jock strap you wrapped around the dog.
It doesn't matter here. It doesn't matter here. And I'm not even exaggerating. They have bars, clubs down here, the regular bars that are called dog bars. And you can bring your dog in, and your dog gets a bar, and they give them little, special little treats.
Yeah.
You can bring your dog any freaking place down here, especially in my town. My town's called Dunedin, and its nickname is Dog Eden. Yeah. But they have dog bars, and not just one. They're all over the freaking place.
Yeah, well, they got a couple in Jersey you can bring your dogs to. And you know what? Unfortunately, as his owner, Champ doesn't play well with others either.
Yeah, I get you.
And that ruins the whole atmosphere. You can't imagine.
I told Rico and Oscar they can go to the dog bar as soon as they start pulling out their credit card.
Yeah. Well, Lil swears the dog pays for everything.
Here, you want a little puppy cup? There you go, $27.
Right. Well, Lil swears the dog pays for everything around here. But yeah, she's getting. I think she's going back later in August, and she's set. She's got a job up there.
A job up there, not
at the college doing
at the
something.
College, that's cool.
I don't know what the hell she's doing up there. But listen, you know what? I think of where I was when I was 19.
There's a place called Barks and Brews.
Very.
Barks and Brews is the new one. Just opened up.
Barks and Brews.
Barks and Brews.
Yeah. So, just life in general. Life is what it is.
It is.
I told you it was raining here, but it ain't bad. Someone said North Jersey's supposed to get floods, but
it was supposed to be coming here hot and heavy. We got a little bit more lightning and seems to be dying down now.
Yeah, it blows through.
I'm hoping it doesn't. There's lightning as I speak. There's a lightning.
I think they're still getting floods in Texas too. I saw that on the news.
That was crazy. That wall of water was nuts.
Sad. It's just the whole shame. It's a shame. But I'll tell you what, unless you got anything else, we should really work on wrapping it up.
Yeah, I think so.
We got a lot in.
I got to feed my dogs. I got to feed me. I got to feed Celeste.
You know, I come there. I've been there. You've never cooked for me.
Oh, there's another one called Mutts and Martinis. That's mine. That's my favorite. Mutts and
Martinis. What do they do if the dogs start fighting and shit? You know.
It's a good question. But yeah, I see people all the time, and Publix and Winn-Dixie, just walk, and they don't have any little things on them. They're just walking their dogs in there. They don't. It's just a thing here. They go anywhere.
So, oh, I did. You know what? Let me check again. So here's the thing. This is the weirdest thing in the world, and because it probably involves you somehow.
Thanks, John.
I was on my phone one day, and all of a sudden, yeah, I got this message. I don't think I was on Facebook. I don't think I was on the DA page, and it said something about, do you wish to receive live notes? Something about live. And I hit yes, whatever. Now all of a sudden I can go live on Detect America.
I don't understand that. And everybody I check with, and it's never gone away. Like I said, the only thing I ever got was they said that because when they redid Facebook, you may have to go back and redo your permissions. I could never figure out why you couldn't go live.
Maybe this just popped up. It was a permission of some sort, popped up, and boom. So maybe I'll try and go live Saturday. You know what it is? I hate wearing that thing around my neck, but I'll give it a shot. Now this time of year, dude, I'm in the water more than anything. I'm in the water more than anything. Because it's just so warm. So warm, so nice. But we'll see what's going on.
Yeah, guys, I don't have any giveaway planned for tonight. I will do something next week.
Yeah, and let's see.
Maybe I'll even have the opportunity to build an extra ugly box. I don't know. I'm building so many ugly boxes.
Yeah, I'd like to see D-Lec come on. I think we should maybe.
We probably won't be seeing her until after all her launches and stuff are done.
Well, that's what I was thinking.
Hit her up and see when.
That's what I was thinking. You know, I would kind of rather plan it when she wants to talk about, or just before they launch, or you know what I'm saying, have her on and talk about.
I think they're launching. I think they're launching on one of their Nomads birthdays. I think they're going to do a video launch, and so probably right after that, I'm going to hit her up and try and get her to come on.
Good. All right, I like it. So yeah, I'm gonna go to bed. I'm ready.
I'm going to go eat a frozen pizza.
So guys, if anyone's interested in, these are called color lithophanes. This is just my first experiment to put them in a frame. Later on, I can put them in a box. I'm going to try and do those cubes in color. If I can get those cubes done in color, that would be really cool. That'd be neat. So look for, if anyone's looking forward to it, just hit me up, because these projects take a little bit of time. These aren't just one little print. I got to build a frame. I got to build the picture. It just looks like it's going to be a little bit tedious. So I guess we'll be here next Monday. Can you guys please maybe wish I find something this weekend? Can I get a little support? Look, you know what? 99.9% of my time spent on Detect America, I get my balls broken. I get them broken bad. I get them broken hard.
That's why you get paid the big dollars.
Could somebody in the kindness, in the most deepest, darkest corner, and the kindness. Oh, see, there goes Tom Kingery with the good luck, Steve. And that's what I'm asking for.
Hey, Tom.
But I need you to mean it. Right? No. So, you know what? I was thinking about that, Robert, but these are plastic. And yeah, it's a little different than I don't know, maybe.
They need biodegradable filament.
Oh, this is biodegradable, but I don't know.
I got clear filament today. I'm going to do a clear ugly box.
It's a good idea.
I might do on the very top. I might do a window that the lights can come through.
You know, that is my favorite color. Clear. All right, kids, hit that button. Good night, everybody. Thanks for being here. And I'm sorry Frank was.